Hi, I'm Harley Brabham. I'm doing Module 12 Mastery 3 assignment, and here's my notebook card.
No way. That's hurting.
So I'm going to be talking about a crisis, and the crisis that I chose is what would you do if a whistleblower, which is just like, it's just a person who spreads rumors, if they said that your company culture was toxic. So this is the question that I picked, and so I'll be talking about communicational ways to resolve this crisis. Everyone deals with struggles, so my different communicational skills will be important because no matter who you are, you will deal with conflicts. I'm qualified to talk about this because of the sports that I played, and I deal with conflict in sports and in school and everything. And I've also researched about this a lot and done a lot of, and I've also looked at this for a while. The three types of communication that I'll be doing are interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication, and how to write a professional email or text. By definition, interpersonal communication is with yourself and your thoughts, feelings, or even spoken words with yourself. TEL. So basically, interpersonal communication is just what you think about, what goes on in your head, how you talk to yourself. And generally, if you have a negative self-talk, then you'll be a negative person. And so the first thing that you should do is examine yourself. Are you part of this toxic problem, or are you not part of it? You should self-reflect and see if it's you or not, or like what you can do to fix this problem. Most Americans think they are self-aware, but only 10 to 15% of Americans actually are. TEL. So I think this just speaks about how many people think that they're self-aware, but really aren't. Many people, they want to be self-aware, but they can't because they just don't want to. So once you've figured out if you are part of the problem or not, the next thing that you could go to would be intrapersonal communication, and that is communication between others, your coworkers, your boss, people online. Like, it's just any type of communication with other people. And other ways that you can work on your interpersonal communication is to meditate, write your thoughts down, or even think about what you did, about what you've done at the company, what you can do. And you can also even ask other people. You can ask other people what they think about how you are doing, who don't go to your work. So some other parts of intrapersonal communication are your ability to say information that is needed, read situations, and even give your ideas. George Bernard Shaw said the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it is taking place. And I think this is a really cool quote because many people think that they have a good relationship with their coworkers, but they might not talk to them that much or such things. So just be open about it with your coworkers. You could ask them what they think, and also think about if they're being toxic and part of the problem, and see what they have to say about it. The next thing that I was talking about is how to write a professional email or professional writing. This is the next step you can take if interpersonal communication doesn't work for you, or you've found out that your company is immoral and such things. You should write an email to someone who is your boss or someone who's higher up in command at your company and so with this, you can have a brilliant idea, but if you can't get your idea across, your idea won't get you anywhere. Lee Iacocca. So basically, during your emails, you need to make sure that you are concise, your email is short and sweet, and that you know what you want to say, you want to get a point across, and don't fill it with information or emotions that you don't need. try to write your email whenever you aren't stressed out or anxious or anything like that, so that it will be how you truly feel and not whenever you're really emotional. You could wait a while if you feel that your company is toxic, just to see if this is true or you're just overreacting. Use appropriate language. Don't use, this is kind of obvious, but don't use emojis or curse words or anything. And also don't use slang. A bunch of people are using slang now, and not everyone understands that if your boss is older. And this professional writing can also be for texting, emails, an essay if you write one. There's many ways that you can talk to people who are higher up in command than you. So lastly, I've talked about interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication, and how to write professional essays. So what is the resolution with all this? I think that the resolution is to use these steps that I've provided, and once you've used them, a lot of it is based on what you yourself feel. It could be how you feel, or a lot of it is subjective. If you feel that it's not that bad and that you can deal with the immoral values, then go ahead. But if you feel like the immoral values are very high and you can't deal with them, then I would recommend like stepping down or going to another company that would be better suited for you. But a lot of it depends on what your values are and such things. Okay, so that's it for different ways you can use communication.